Hi, hello everybody. So this is me, Peggy. We have been discussing about many different topics recently, but today I have taken breastfeeding as my topic because I have recently become a mother and I know the importance of feeding an infant uh, till the time we have required to. That's almost 2 months, 2 years, or furthermore in the case of those who prefer to feed them more. I truly understand the importance of feeding and different reasons why certain characteristics are exhibited by the children due to the lack of proper feeding or the problems related to that, because I had to face some of these and I felt this is a very important video that would help the new mothers in this world. So let's start on. So the first week of August is the month which is celebrated as the breastfeeding week in the year. Starting over with the different kinds of feeds. First one is exclusive feed, then comes predominant feed, then bottle feed, then there is complement feed. So exclusive feed is the feeding of the baby which includes just the breast milk. There is no vitamin supplements or mineral supplements or any kind of liquid forms being provided to the baby. In the case of predominant feed, what happens is that along with the breast feed, there is a liquid in the form of juice, water, ORS, or minerals, or vitamin supplements are being provided to the baby. And exclusive feed, predominant feed, two types of feed we have already discussed. Then comes bottle feed. Bottle feed is, as the name suggests, we feed the baby with the help of the bottle. And then the fourth one is complement feed, in which after 6 months of age, the body breastfeed along with the breastfeed, we provide supplement feeds, or we provide food in the form of mashed things. For example, mash, we generally provide chickpeas or something of such sort. So homemade food is being provided along with the breast milk. That is known as the complement feed. Okay, so after all the different types of breastfeed, I would like to discuss about other things. Okay, so the breast milk has different names according to the days in which they are present in a mother. So from the first and the second day, the breast milk is known as colostrum. Colostrum, which is very much required to be taken by the baby. The third day is known as transitional milk, and from the third day to the 14th, it is known as the mature milk. So these are different types, and each has specification related to the properties it exhibits in each cases. So breast milk has many different components which provides protective and nutritive qualities to the baby. So IgA, as you know, provides protection against respiratory and digestive infections. And then comes PABA. PABA is a feature of breast milk which helps in lowering malaria. Lactoferrins are there, and bifidus is there. What's the bifidus do? Lactobacillus, colonization of lactobacillus bacillus, which also provides protection to the infant. Okay, after all of these characteristics exhibited by, and it's also the fact that growth factor, which is present in B and T cells, also also are present in the breast milk. Not only that, it's also seen that the breast milk, after being in the case of premature babies, the breast milk has more amount of everything that is required, because the infant is already not having the required amount of things or nutrients. So what God has created in a specific way that through the breast milk, baby gets more amount of iron, protein, or so, all of the minerals that are so required for a baby to grow and mature itself. Okay, so when compared to a mature baby, premature babies' mother have more nutritive quantity in their milk. All right, then let's discuss about the different kinds of milk that the breast milk has. So one is fore milk and one is hind milk. Fore milk is white in color and hind milk is yellowish, a bit yellowish in color. But hind milk, as the name suggests, is I have already discussed. It is a little bit whitish, which makes it, which helps in removing the thirst of the baby. Okay, not just thirst, but it also has some qualities. But when it comes to hind milk, it is thick in consistency. So, fore milk is thin, whereas hind milk is thick, which has fat in the milk, which helps the baby to in the development of the brain of the baby. Okay, after all this discussion, let's move on to the different ways we can understand the cues of breastfeeding. What are the cues of breastfeeding? So one is baby starts sucking reflex, or baby starts making sooing sound noises, baby starts putting their hand in the mouth, baby starts crying is the extreme thing, okay? Baby starts putting their tongue outside, baby starts making some kind of reflexes that we can understand, trying to move their head towards the breast. All these are features that we could observe in a baby who is very much hungry. Okay, so it's always better to feed the baby before they start crying. So we have to observe these cues and feed them before they cry, because once they cry, gas starts being formed in the baby's stomach. Because why is it so? It's because soon as they start crying, air gets inside their tummy. So why is it so? Because in order to avoid that, what we have to do is we have to feed them, which results in regurgitation. So what is regurgitation? There are two things. That is, the food we intake or the baby intakes comes out through the mouth again, right? So there are two types of regurgitation when it comes to baby. One is processing, and one the processing means what the baby what the baby takes comes out through the mouth. Okay, there's another one. Okay, so which means that, sorry for that. So but another one is which means that baby, what happens is that baby regurgitates this, the milk comes back to the mouth, and then baby starts chewing the milk. Okay, this is the second type of reflex or regurgitation that happens in a baby. Why is it so? Some people used to say that stomach or baby's body has a gas machine which produces gas. Thus, the gas comes. That's not the case. What happens is that breast milk, after the intake of, as the baby intakes the breast milk, soon after crying or after a longer time, what happens is that along with the feed, air gets inside the tummy. That's how gas is formed, and so as a result, regurgitation occurs if we don't burp. Okay, so 20 minutes of feed requires at least 10 minutes of burp. That's the formula for the safe in order to avoid the gas and hiccups for a baby. Okay, and let's move on to the types of proper the method in which feeding should be done, the proper feeding method. How do we do that? The baby's lower lip should be folded, okay, folded outwards. All right, and then what we have to observe is the low baby's chin should touch mother's breast. Mother's areola should be fully inside the mouth of the baby. Okay, all this should be taken under consideration, and not only that, but in the case of an improper attachment, so proper attachment is known as latching, and improper attachment, what happens is that baby's mother is the one who's gonna get affected. Not only that, baby will also get affected, because baby won't get enough quantity. It will result in inadequate feeding, right? So which will result in inadequate amount of milk reaching the baby. Okay, so in the case of improper feeding or improper feeding technique, what happens is that mother has to make sore nipple or a nipple abscess or nipple engrossment, okay, breast engrossment. So all of this we will discuss in details. What is sore nipple? as the name suggests. So why it happens is that sometimes it could be due to over application of soap in the nipple area or in the, yeah, and then other things is that baby's breast, baby would be sucking their breast and nipple, and then suddenly mother pulls it off, and that's how cracks occur, and all this it results in sore baby nipple sore. Okay, sore nipples, and then breast enforcement is that milk accumulates in the breast and it's not being properly sucked by the baby. So milk gets accumulated and it thickens off, and that's how breast engrossment occurs. And then abscess is that as the name suggests, soon after infection, cracks, yeah, all this we have to cut them. Breast and abscess should be removed. Yeah, abscess should be removed. Yeah. So the pus and everything that comes out through the abscess, we should clean it off and remove it and make it a perfect place so that it is being protected from the infection later on and should be properly taken care of. And it's a very painful process. So the treatment procedure, we do use analgesics and also other medications, right? So in the case of lactation, there is two types of lactation: complete lactation and partial lactation. All right. So lactation failure and partial lactation. So lactation failure is when mother cannot produce any kind of milk. So the treatment for that is metoclopramide and chloropromide, chloropromazine. So these two drugs are being used. And in the case of partial, mother can produce some, but not, it's inadequate. I mean, it is inadequate, not sufficient enough. Okay, so let's discuss what is left. Different kinds of reflexes that are present in a baby. So sucking reflex, rooting reflex, and swallowing reflex. So in order, we say it is the rooting, swallow, sucking, and then swallowing. All of this takes 1 second to finish this cycle. So rooting, as the name suggests, you might have guessed, the baby's head moves towards the breast. Okay, that's the rooting reflex. When it touches the baby's mouth, the baby's head turns towards the breast. So second one is after rooting reflex is this sucking reflex where the baby sucks, and swallowing is when he or she swallows the milk. So all of this takes 1 second to occur. So in the case of mother, what are the reflexes present? There are two reflexes. One is oxytocin secreting oxytocin injection reflex, and one is prolactin secreting reflex. So as the name suggests, prolactin secreting reflex means that baby is producing prolactin. So, with the help of prolactin, babies, I'm sorry, yeah, the baby is definitely producing prolactin with the help of the pituitary gland. But prolactin helps in the production of milk in the baby's mother's breast. Okay, so ejection, oxytocin injection reflex is when the milk is ejected out through the breast. So all of this, I hope it would have helped the mothers. And let me tell you that breastfeeding must be initiated within half an hour after delivery. Soon after delivery is preferred. But if it takes a delay, it should be not more than half an hour. That's what is preferred. And I hope you will all. I'm pretty sure that everybody for everyone, their children is very much important. So is it for me as well. But the vaccination dates and everything, I will come up with in the next video. So hope to see you guys soon.